We're back with Chef Darren McGrady, all things British today, celebrating the on-start of Downton Abbey this Sunday. You actually were the chef for 11 years, is that right, for the royal family?
Yes, for the Queen at Buckingham Palace. Travelled around the world with her to Windsor, Sandringham, Balmoral, and seeing Downton Abbey just takes me back to those days.
Yes, and I'm just so fascinated with the way the whole thing works. It's like a system of hierarchy. Is it still like that today?
You know, it is. For most people, they watch the show and think they're being transformed back to the 1900s.
Back in time,
yes, but for me, I actually feel that I'm going back to my days at Buckingham Palace, because everything you see there happens exactly the same at the palace still today. So it's like a fly-on-the-wall documentary to me. You know, they're using the same copper pans in the kitchens.
Really?
Everyone's using all these modern pans in kitchens around the country.
So it's not just decoration like we use them?
No, not at all. I mean, feel
real.
how heavy those pans are to use.
Oh, that is really heavy.
And then this pan is sort of from the 1800s. You can see the beautiful copper. Copper's the best conductor of heat. And you see Mrs. Patmore in the show, and she has all of these copper
hanging,
pans
but she
behind.
uses them.
The jelly molds. Look at those beautiful antique
That
jelly
is
molds.
awesome.
Victorian jelly molds.
So cool.
They'd put the mousse in there, and Daisy in the first series, season 4, she makes a pate and puts one in a mold. And,
I love Daisy. She's a great little character.
She's incredible. She is.
So are these pieces you've collected like
These
over the years?
Yes, I collected them. I used them at the palace and then sort of went to antique fairs, and like my spice dish and things, it's just sort of brings back happy memories, you know, the little butter pats and the little mortar and pestle for doing the spices in.
That is so fascinating. Now, when you were cooking with the royal family, William and Harry were just little tots.
Yes.
So was it appropriate, was it okay to just call them William and Harry, or do you have to call them by certain...
Well, going back to Downton again, you know how authentic this is. In the show, everyone refers to Mr. Carson as Mr. Carson. No one calls him his first name.
No.
We were allowed to call William and Harry, and even growing up, Prince Andrew, Edward, we called them Andrew and Edward, but we could never call the palace steward by his first name. It was always Mr. Dickman, Mr. Fletcher. We had to call them that. And one of my first days there, I went and sat in at the table after I grabbed some food in the staff dining room.
In the staff dining room?
In the staff dining room.
So you weren't in the royal dining room?
Oh, gosh, we have a staff dining room, a steward's dining room, a senior official's dining room, and you worked your way up there. And I sat down and I... And they said, "You're in the wrong seat. That's Mr. Dickman's chair." So I had to move back right down to the bottom end of the table.
So, like, that's what would happen with Miss Patmore.
Standing up.
She would be excused
yes.
immediately back to the other side.
Far end of the table, that's where you go. And of course, I've been to Downton Abbey. I take culinary groups there. I'm taking a group there. In August, we're going to Downton Abbey. So people can go to my website, theroyalchef.com, and come with me to Downton Abbey and see the incredible...
Are you still filling spots for that?
We are. We've got a bigger bus now to take the trip, so we can take more people.
Did you expand the list?
We
because
did.
The last time you and I cooked before Christmas, you had opened it to 16 slots.
Now we're going up to 24.
Oh,
so
are
just
you
8
now?
more places,
oh,
yes.
good. Okay, there's still a chance for me to go. Well, can I commission you to maybe look for one of these while you're there?
I will look. Well, I'm over there again this time.
I know you're not going to have anything else to do, but would you shop for me and just find me one of those little antiques? I'd love to have one.
Yes, I will do.
And this great dish is fantastic. What was this called again?
This is the salmon kedgeree.
The salmon kedgeree. All right. Thank you so much, and we're going to dive into that real soon. For all things Royal Chef, be sure to check out his website. You can get there by going to thebroadcasttv.com and then just click on today's links. All right, when we come back, our good, jolly, good British hour continues. And D, we're throwing a tea party fit for a queen. Stick around.